Okay, in this problem, we're given the measure, we have two parallel lines, F and G, and a transversal H. And we're given that the measure of angle A is 47. And it says find the measure of angle B, angle C, and angle D, and state how each of those angles is related to angle A. Okay, so there are three ways that they can possibly be related. One is they might be corresponding. The two angles might be vertical angles, and they might be supplementary. Okay, a little review of this terminology. Whenever you have two parallel lines cut by a transversal, you have two groups of four angles. There's one group of four angles, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, and here's the second group of four angles, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. So let's talk about corresponding. Okay, two angles are corresponding if they're in the same relative position in the cluster. So let me explain. Let's say we called this angle upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right. Over here we have upper left, upper right, lower right as well. Notice how angle A is in the upper left position of this group, and angle B is also in the upper left of this group. That makes angle A and angle B corresponding, okay? For instance, angle D is in the lower left. That would be corresponding to this angle, which we don't have a name for. Angle C is in lower right, and that would correspond here. So that's what it means to be corresponding in the same relative position. So angle B and corresponding angles have the same measure. So the measure of angle B is 47 because it is corresponding to A. So that's the answer for the first question. Measure of angle B is equal to 47 degrees because it is corresponding to angle A. Okay? Now let's look at vertical. Vertical angles are angles that are across from each other diagonally when two lines intersect. So we don't need two parallel lines for vertical angles. So for instance, angle B, the vertical angle for B is this one over here. It's across diagonally, and it has the same measure. So if we're looking at angle C, we can see that it is vertical to A. It is diagonally across, and those are the same size, so that's the answer for the second one. The measure of angle C is also equal to 47 degrees because it is vertical to A. And lastly, D, and that's going to be the third one here. Two angles that are adjacent to each other, or sharing a line segment when two lines intersect. So for instance, A and D. Notice here's angle A and here's angle D. They share this segment. They're adjacent. When two lines intersect, those add up to 180 degrees. You can see that straight line angle there, and those are supplementary. Now those aren't the same, they add up to 180. So to get the measure of angle D, we do 180 minus 47, and we get the measure of angle 133. The measure of angle D is equal to 133 degrees because it is supplementary to A. And that's it. Okay, those are the three possibilities on this math lab. You got to figure out which one it is. Is it in the same relative position from one cluster to the next? Corresponding. Is it diagonally across from the given angle? Vertical. Or is it right next to the given angle and adds up to 180? Supplementary.